Welcome to Purple Sky News. All the news you probably missed but shouldn't have. Strap yourself in and get ready to have your mind blown. The news isn't what it used to be. Lies and manipulation run rampant. Here at Purple Sky News we bring the news that matters. Without further ado, here's today's story. Last year there were more arrests for marijuana than for violent crime. The mass pot possession arrests last year are at odds with public opinion that supports ending the drug war. Despite spreading marijuana legalization and a growing desire for new directions in drug policy, the war on drugs continues unabated. According to the FBI's latest Uniform Crime Report, released Monday, overall drug arrests actually increased last year to 1.57 million, a jump of 5.63% over 2015. The increase includes marijuana arrests, which jumped by more than 75,000 last year compared to 2015, an increase of 12%. That comes out to 3 drug arrests every minute, day in and day out, throughout 2016. It's also more than 3 times the number of people arrested for violent crimes. Drug offenses are the single largest category of crimes for which people were arrested last year, more than burglaries, DUIs, or any other criminal offense. Unlike previous years, this year's Uniform Crime Report did not immediately make available data on specific offenses, such as drug possession or drug sales, nor did it break arrests down by type of drug, but the Marijuana Policy Project obtained marijuana arrest data by contacting the FBI. It reported some 653,000 people arrested on marijuana charges last year, although the FBI did not provide data on how many were simple possession charges. While that figure marks a decline from historic highs a decade ago, pot arrests peaked at nearly 800,000 in 2007. The sharp jump in pot arrests last year demands explanation, especially as it comes after a decade of near-continuous declining numbers. Arresting and citing nearly 500,000 people a year for a substance that is objectively safer than alcohol is a travesty, said MPP Communications Director Morgan Fox. Despite a steady shift in public opinion away from marijuana prohibition, and the growing number of states that are regulating marijuana like alcohol, marijuana consumers continue to be treated like criminals throughout the country. This is a shameful waste of resources and can create lifelong consequences for the people arrested. Despite the lack of specific offense data, 2016 is unlikely to turn out markedly different from previous years when it comes to the mix of drug arrests. Past years typically had simple drug possession offenses accounting for 85 to 90% of all drug arrests and small-time marijuana possession arrests accounting for around 40%. That means of the more than 1.5 million drug arrests last year, probably 1.3 million or so of them were not drug kingpins, major dealers, gangbangers, or cartel operatives. Instead, they were people who got caught with small amounts of drugs for personal use. Criminalizing drug use has devastated families across the U.S., particularly in communities of color, and for no good reason, said Maria McFarland Sánchez Moreno, Executive Director of the Drug Policy Alliance. Far from helping people who are struggling with addiction, the threat of arrest often keeps them from accessing health services and increases the risk of overdose or other harms. Perpetuating the war on drugs leads not only to the criminalization of millions, but also perpetuates racially biased outcomes and heightens racial tensions in the U.S. Black people make up just 13% of the U.S. population and use drugs at similar rates to other ethnic groups, but they constitute 29% of all drug arrests and 35% of state drug war prisoners. And it has a huge negative impact on immigrants, fueling mass detentions and deportations. Non-citizens, including legal permanent residents, some of whom have been here for decades and have U.S. citizen family members, face deportation for even possessing any drug, except first-time possession of less than 30 grams of marijuana. Between 2007 and 2012, more than 250,000 people were deported for drug offenses, including more than 100,000 deported for simple drug possession. Thank you for tuning in. Stay awake and awaken others. Help us spread the word by sharing this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and let us know what you think in the comments below. And of course, subscribe for notifications of new videos. Don't watch fake news.